Like, when is enough enough? It's never enough, because winners are always obsessed about the next level. And it doesn't always come in money. It could be contribution. It could be changing the world. But winners are always obsessed on something, and they're always sinking their teeth into something. I don't wanna wake up. Hey everybody, welcome back to Momentum Monday podcast. My name is Steve Holbrook. I hope you're as excited as I am to be here today. Listen, before we get started, if you've watched several episodes and you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, take a minute, subscribe, please like it, please leave a comment. Let's get the word out there. I'm really excited about today's topic. Today's topic is simple. Why winners keep winning. You ever notice that some people, they just keep winning and winning and winning, and other people, they just keep losing and losing and losing, and they're not afraid to tell you about it. They're the ones telling you, oh, I need a break, and everything goes bad, and it's happening again. You ever notice that? Do you ever take time to study the winners and study the losers and see what the difference is? Well, I'm going to give you 5 keys today on what separates the two and why winners just seem to keep on winning. Now, does that mean that bad stuff's not happening to the winners? Absolutely not. In fact, from my observation, more negative things are going on in winners' life than in people that are losing's life. But the people that are losing or feel like they're losing, they're not afraid to tell you about it. Winners, they always find a way to get past it. So I'm excited. There's going to be some value here. Hopefully there's going to be something you can take away. Let's get into it. Number 1, why winners keep winning. Winners keep winning because they surround themselves with other winners. See, people that are winning are so aware of their mindset. They understand that they can't get to the next level of thinking by hanging around people that don't have the same mindset. You know, average people, average thinking people, people that are, feel like they're losing all the time, they have this negative mindset loop that's always going through their brain. So what the winners do is they isolate themselves from those people. Now, some people look at that and go, oh, that person's being pretentious and elitist, and they don't want to hang around me. Really, what they're doing is they're protecting their mindset. Because winners understand is they're becoming the people they hang around the most. So their mindset is becoming like yours. Your mindset is becoming like theirs. What do you expect them to do? What do you expect them to do? At the end of the day, they're here to serve themselves, their family, their creator. And then, I guess, friends, right? Extended family come second, third, fourth. But if they can't protect themselves, their mindset, their family, their relationship with their creator, they're not going to be good to anybody. So the number one reason that winners keep winning, the number one thing I see winners keep winning is because they're hanging around other winners. And winning is contagious. And when you get around a bunch of winners, and I'm talking about mindset, when you get a bunch of winning mindset people in a room, anything's possible. That's how you start to change the world. So that's key number 1. Winners hang around winners. So who are you hanging around? Are you online gaming at 2 a.m. with a bunch of people that have no goals in life, that aren't going anywhere? Who are you hanging around? What's your mindset? Think about that. Number 2, winners are hyper-focused on the ultimate goal. Winners are hyper-focused on the ultimate goal. In fact, it's an obsession. It's an obsession. It's a healthy obsession. See, some people think obsessions are bad. They say, oh, you're obsessed with that business, or you're obsessed with that, whatever you're doing. If you don't have people in your life right now telling you to slow it down, and when's enough, and right, when are you going to make enough money, and when are you going to, Ed Milet, a great mentor of mine, he did a post about this the other day. He said something to this effect. He said, what do you mean? Like, just to clarify, what do you mean when's enough? Like when I'm done with contribution, when I'm done building people, when I'm done saving and giving money away, when I'm done changing people's lives. Like, when is enough? It's never enough, because winners are always obsessed about the next level. And it doesn't always come in money. It could be contribution. It could be changing the world. But winners are always obsessed on something, and they're always sinking their teeth into something. And people that keep losing in life, they're never really obsessed with anything, or they're obsessed with the wrong things. They're obsessing over their vices that don't serve them. Winners have obsessions that serve them. What are you obsessed about? When you go to bed at night, what's on your mind? When you wake up in the morning, what's on your mind? Do you have people in your life telling you that you're working too hard? You need to balance it out more. You need to take more time off. If you don't have enough people like that, if you don't have people like that telling you those things, you probably have another level in you. Remember, winners are hyper-focused on the ultimate goal. What are you hyper-focused on? Number 3, winners use all the doubters as motivation. Winners use all the doubters as motivation. See, when people are losing, they think, oh, everyone's being so negative and nobody supports me and blah, blah, blah. You don't think winners face that? Winners face more of that. More of that. There's always going to be people that are hating on you. And if they're not hating on you to your face, they're certainly hating on you behind your back. For those of us that are putting ourselves out on social media, we get trolled all the time. You know what a troll is? They go and make a fake Instagram account or a fake YouTube account. They're faceless, they're nameless, and then they troll you online. And they're probably super proud of themselves. These are people living quiet lives of desperation, the saddest kind of life. Who knows why they're hurting so bad? Winners don't care. Winners laugh. Winners use that as motivation. Winners read that stuff once, they either delete it or they leave it so they can go back and laugh at it at a later time. But here's my point. It's like bulletin board material in sports. When somebody from another team says something, they cut it out of the newspaper. They put it on they used to put it on the newspaper. Now it's all on the internet, but they used to put it on the bulletin board. They call it bulletin board material. It's not that the winners don't have doubters. It's that they use that stuff for motivation. See, all the losers out there are just praying that everybody supports them and nobody's going to say anything negative, when winners are embracing that and they rely on that for fuel. And it fires them up. I follow Tom Brady. I love Tom Brady. I love him or hate him. He's the GOAT. And he keeps referencing this team last offseason that didn't pick him up. They told him he was too old or something to that effect. And he won't tell anybody which team that was, but he keeps kind of mentioning them, referencing them in his talks, and whether he's holding up his 7 rings or, he was making a joke about how some team said he was too old. Right? You think Tom Brady really needs that to go and win another ring? No, but you want to know what? It motivates Tom Brady. Everybody's going to have doubters, even the greatest of all time. So you should expect doubters. You should embrace doubters. You should write that stuff down. You should circle it. You should remember it. And just know that online social media, a lot of your doubters and haters, these are trolls that are faceless and nameless. They get all hopped up on energy drink and they're keyboard warriors and they're so tough and they're so strong, right? They do that to me sometimes. My YouTube videos, they try and troll me and I just laugh. I get such a buzz out of it. It feels amazing, right? That people are actually doubting me and trolling me. It feels awesome because I just use that as motivation. And I usually double up on my content the following week. So just remember, winners use that stuff as motivation. I hope you do too. Number 4, winners are not afraid of feedback. Winners are not afraid of feedback, even if the feedback is not welcomed. Listen, you're going to get feedback. It might be from your mom. It might be from your grandma. It might be from your sister. It might be from might be from a stranger. Listen, you don't always have to get all up in arms when you get feedback, whether it's negative or positive. Feedback is feedback. You're going to get it. Don't let it throw you off your game. Here's my experience watching winners. Winners embrace feedback, right? Even if you only take 1 out of every 20 pieces of feedback and you utilize it, you implement it. See, winners are always trying to get better. And what feedback does is it allows you to evaluate your performance. You evaluate where you're at. Whether it's good feedback, negative feedback, it's from somebody you respect or not, feedback is feedback. So the winners that I know, the winners that I study, hey, you don't want to know what? They appreciate the feedback one way or another. It's not always welcomed, but they embrace it because they know that goes along with winning. The more you start to win, the more feedback people are going to try and give you. One way or another, winners embrace it, losers avoid it. And by avoiding it and allowing it to affect your mindset, that's going to impede you from winning. Learn to embrace it like the winners do. Number 5, winners expect to win. Winners expect to win. They just expect to win. Finishing second, finishing third is a major loss because the entire time they've been thinking about becoming number one, being number one, finishing the race. Anything less than that is not what they set themselves up for. Now, don't get me wrong. Winners also understand that sometimes you got to lose, you got to learn from that loss in order to win. And they also understand that winning doesn't always mean finishing first, depending on the context of what winning is. But winners understand one thing. They expect to win. They expect to win. They expect to finish the race. They expect to be successful in the business. They expect their relationship to go the distance. They expect their health to turn the corner in a positive way. Expectation is going to set the standard. You are going to get what you expect. If you have low expectations and low standards, your behaviors are going to reflect that. When you have high expectation and you set high standards, in turn, your behaviors and habits will reflect that. So by expecting to win, what the winners are doing, by expecting to win, everything changes. Their habits, their behaviors, everything shifts just from expecting to win the game, expecting to win whatever they're being challenged in. Let me ask you this. Do you expect to win? Or you like hope to win, but secretly you just kind of feel like you're probably going to lose again? And if that's where you're at, brother, if that's where you're at, sister, you got to change your mindset. You got to change your mindset. You got to change your expectations. Come on. You got one life to live. You can't be rolling around expecting to lose. You can't be rolling around fingers crossed. If I get lucky and the ball bounces my way, I'm going to win. No, you got to expect to win. You think all the men and women heading to the Olympics, you think they're training for 4 years right now? They're in Tokyo right now. Do you think they've been training for 4 years with the expectation of a participation badge? No. They've all thought about being on the podium. That's why they're there, to bring back a medal. I watched one of the races yesterday, and there was a gentleman, he finished second in the hurdles for the U.S. And the guy that beat him smashed the world record. But this gentleman that finished second, he was so emotional, he didn't have the words. He got on TV, he apologized to his family, he apologized to his nation. If the guy that won the race wasn't in the race, this guy would have broken the world record in his own right. But he expected to win. And even though the guy that beat him ran almost an inhumane race, like a robot style race, he still felt like he lost. And did he really lose? He won a silver medal at the Olympics. He didn't really lose, but his expectation was to win. And when you expect to win, every once in a while, you finish second. And although it feels like a loss, 10, 20, 30 years from now, you look back, you show your grandkids your silver medal, pretty sure you're going to be pretty proud of what you've accomplished. That's the winner's mindset. That's the mindset I want you to start to adopt. So, appreciate you guys for being on here today. That's really what separates winners from losers. I hope you picked 1, 2, maybe 5 things up from this podcast that you can implement. So, like usual, guys, you got some value. Please comment, please like, please share, give it some love, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.